Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 33. And that play started back at their own 33. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check.
They'll run it. This is Michel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
65. Switch.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. You better bring it.
Here we go with Michel. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Okay, just alert three. Set, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going deep, and this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
6 man. Check girls, check girls, check girls. Say. He's coming.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Check 26, check 26.
Jackson, options out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, Michelle fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard. Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1. Not expecting them to run it at all. Back to throw to Michelle on the screen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, QB, come on.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run with Michelle. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. He'll look to throw. Ebron's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. On first down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Michel. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Looking to throw. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
You got 4. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Jackson from the shotgun. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, check. Lucky.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's John Simon with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. And we heavy on the end.
2nd and 2. Completes this one to Meredith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards to pick up there. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Go Mike to 48 right now. Let's go. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. 48. 48 to Mike. Quit talking about it.
They'll look to throw. Gets it to Meredith, complete. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes goes again. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They begin the drive with Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson completes it to Austin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. First down, Ravens. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Off the draw, here's Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Quick slam, caught by Moore. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Army. Go home. Check 9. Quick dad. So go.
Throwing now is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. Oh, that really would have been something to see, but he's denied by the framework.
Do you remember seeing David Akers in Green Bay a few years ago on opening day? He had a 63-yarder to end the half, hit the crossbar, and go over. So sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it works against you.
And this time, it's against.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
So the final seconds tick away in this